what an ideal client looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And I then said, the very next thing I said was, that's you. And I now realize that that ideal client comes in all different shapes, ages. The ideal client that a professional behind the chair should be after comes in all different genders because it's not just women. But it's not every single client that is booking. Greetings, Bishop. Good morning. It's not every single client that is booking with your business is your ideal client for you. So I did the research, which is the holistics. I'm a real holistic woman. I'm forever looking at the whole. So what that is someone, I just said to this client, that's a certain individual that has a certain mindset. That means, mindset means how you think. It means how you were raised, determines how you think, right? Like if you were raised to fish, you think the only way to go get some fish is at the reservoir, right? You ain't gonna go to the store. But if you was raised to go to the store to get the fish, you're gonna always think you got to go to the store to get the fish, right? You don't know nothing about going to the reservoir, right? So I've done that kind of research to understand why clients are so different. And let me break it down. Let me check this out. So again, it has to do with how we were raised and the mindset. And mindset also determines your characteristic. Characteristic are things like your traits. These are things that make us us. You know how like some girls be like, she mean, that's her characteristic, right? That's a trait of hers. And then some girls be like, she's so silly. That's a characteristic, right? That's a trait. That's kind of what makes us individually sound. All right. So, ooh, this hurts too when I say this, but every individual that books a service is not booking because they care about their hair. I didn't know that. There's so many individuals that
Mm-hmm.
are booking that ain't got time to care about retention. Okay. They don't care if they're losing hair left and right. They don't care if their edges are disappearing, which
Yeah.
every style that they're doing, they just don't got time to care
Right.
because that's a characteristic, right? But they still book. So those of I was confused from behind the chair because I thought everybody booking, spending money,
Has to
everybody
care.
I thought cares about what's being used,
Mm-mm.
about what's being used, whether or not my combs are clean or not, whether or not my towels are clean or not. I didn't know
No.
a lot of individuals don't care.
Mm-hmm.
That hurt my feelings because it was like, whoa, that was perspective for me. All right. So then I started digging deeper, as I always do. I've been nosy since birth. My mom used to get on me all the time about doing something that I haven't been told to do. So a lot of stylists you see on Facebook have a big problem with watching me do my trims and not my chops, using the Marcel and not a thermal Marcel iron. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they're telling me things like, you should be testing that Marcel with paper. Girl, a Marcel iron would burn up a neck strip.
Right.
You test electrical tools with paper,
Not metal.
not right, not metal. So a lot of these young girls, I didn't
Mm.
want to call them out.
It's just kind of what
The
happens.
mindsets is what I want to zone back into, man. So what I was about to say was, in addition to finding out that most individuals don't care, I had to then sift through my clientele base to
Mm.
identify. Yeah, and it was tough. It was real tough because those that don't care are the ones that cause the struggle from behind the chair
Okay.
because of the mindset of them not caring. They're not in the chair consistently, or someone that doesn't really care about their hair, they're automatically looking for a hairstyle that's going to prevent them from dealing with their hair. That is facts. Okay, that's a mindset. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I said it's a mindset. Correct.
Yeah.
That's how much research I've done. It's not wrong. It's a mindset.
Correct.
But let's think about that. Let's say if I was braiding, as I used to do. I used to be a Denver braider here for years. Um, First and foremost, I'm not an African. My fingers don't work like this. I be doing like some stuff like this. It'd be like a loop de loop de loop de loo, a loop de loo. I don't know how to do like the Africans do, so it takes me forever. I'm talking 6 to 8 hours to do a head of braids. And so I never thought about the fact that this type of client and service is inspiring her to stay gone for weeks upon weeks at a time because I just did something to her hair
that she doesn't know anything about.
She can't undo. I mean, and I charged her all this money, so she's surely gonna try to wear it forever, right? As long as she can. So I realized, like I said, back to the mindsets, and this is important to know when you stand behind the chair. Based on what you want to do, as I admit, I don't want to be a stylist anymore. Why? Because of the mindsets that go along with that service, those services like hair chopping and cutting and blunt cutting. We don't do that in here.
No.
But Facebook ridicules me, nooses me, because I'm not chopping and making everything blunt and clean. And okay, well, that's what you do when ain't nobody coming back. Let's be clear.
Right.
Then you blunt, chop, cut. You ain't coming back, so that's proper. But if your hair caring, that means you want to be seen consistently. You don't want to do your hair yourself. That part. So many individuals trying to do their own hair at home. I got a lot of women wonder why their hair is getting thin. It's because you're trying to do your own hair color and you're not rinsing it all out. So you've got ammonia suffocating your scalp, because that's the active ingredient in all hair colors, even the rinses.
Right.
Causing all the havoc yourself at home. So back to the mindset of the ideal client. There's, like you and I, we would never braid our hair.
I learned long ago.
We're not braiding our hair. I would never add an extension to my hair.
Nope.
No, I got a whole 47 of these ladies that book with me here that would never sign up for a hair chop. We ain't never cutting off what we've obtained. This is the land of hair loss here in Denver. We don't live in humidity. It's easy and affordable to lose your hair here and get a hairstyle here. It is not common to find somebody that can reverse your hair loss effects and prove it to you at that. You don't be in here guessalooing and doing the, oh, my hair grew. No.
I can't stand you right now.
A lot of people can't stand me, but it's okay. My own mom can't stand me, so I got tough skin, so it don't bother me. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
I used to say that in school when girls used to wonder why I was the way I was. It's like, you think you bother me? My own mom and father call me names. My own mom don't like me, so you think I'm bothered by a female in the streets not liking me? I'd be like, oh, yeah, you're poor cute. Thing. Yeah, sweetie. Yeah. Back to the ideal client. As you know, you've been with me for years. You're not new to me.
No.
And when you first came to me, I was still styling. You could book braids, remember? You could book the My Water. You could book a silk press. You could book wax. You could book hair color with me. You could book a weave with me. I had a whole salon menu full of options. And what I started noticing at that time, Gianna, and back then you were one of them, because I did not know to advise you to stay consistent. I did not know that our ends change on week number 2. I did not know that our hair loss increases. I didn't even know that that was a thing, because beauty school didn't go into any of this with us. And we got a license. we have a license
That just made me dizzy.
to style. Let's be clear. We didn't go to beauty school to learn how to hair care. And this is something that I've acquired over the last 32 years of me standing behind the chair here in Denver. Now, I want to say to everyone also that the fact that I retired from being a stylist and I decided to level up, start wearing scrubs. I have a private practice. I'm back here in the corner of the building. I moved out of the ideal location where everybody is running past my door. I don't want that type of energy anymore. I'm now a private practice. I now reverse hair loss. I don't have people booking with me that want a haircut. I don't have people booking with me that want braids. I have people booking with me that want scalp care, that also are looking for somebody to care for their hair and not just style it. And these are the ideal clients of the industry. You don't want a whole bunch of individuals booking with you that don't care about their hair. That's going to cause you what's called a long-term struggle. A long-term struggle. So, what happened with me and my why to making these changes and why I didn't keep styling is because of my community. And y'all don't talk about my hair because it is humid today. Our humidity is like at 70 and 80, and it's never like that here in Denver. So I know everybody that rocks a silk press, what's up, Bishop, is struggling today. But our hair is still pretty though, even though it's poofy. But anyway, yeah. What I do right now, the scalp massaging that I do for all my clients, and they love it. These girls can't wait to get in here and get this part done, is because I was raised to do this. Beauty school did not teach me how to address the scalp. I was taught to ignore the scalp, take every client straight to the bowl. But I started noticing, I get it. I got different eyes. I don't see the way other individuals behind the chair see clearly. And I got sick of seeing the buildup. I also used to cover it with oil myself. I was the oil sheen queen. Thank you, beauty. I see you, S. Brown. Have you subscribed yet? Because I'm totally different than what you're used to. I'm nothing like your traditional stylist. I don't style. I don't chop. I don't really highlight hair color. I don't do extensions. Don't braid no more. I don't do none of that. I'm proud to state that I average $10,000 a month now, hair caring, and I don't do any braiding, no extensions, none of that, and no protein treatments, no keratin treatments, none of that. Because I did the research. What I'm doing now is backed by science. What I was doing before was backed by beauty school. And that was causing my clients of my community a struggle because you see, we don't live in humidity. So back in 2023 was when I created my hair and scalp restoration program that is now the only program or the only option that most of my clients are booking because they know they're going to get some scalp care and some education about how to take care of their own hair at home. And that's something else that is not being done for those in the chair. And there's no real caring being done, right? So back to my story. I started noticing I got certain clients growing because I've always been into healthy hair ever since I started doing hair. I never chased braids. I only did that because I seen other people getting money doing it and I knew I could do it. So I'm going to do anything I see somebody else getting money doing. I'm game. So that's why I started weaving, why I started braiding. That's not what I got into the industry for. I've always been into the industry for caring and making hair better than what you already got. I've never wanted to keep you having the same type of hair you've been having, okay? So I started noticing, like, how come I got certain clients growing and other clients keep coming in with these holes? Because I've been taking photos. As this client knows, she started with me back in 2017, somewhere in there, it's 2018. I was not taking photos of her hair every single time she was booking with me. We was doing the looky-loo. The looky-loo check, like, let me look. Let me look. Yeah, girl, it's growing. That's what we was taught to do. Like, just tell, because clients believe anything.
Yes.
I had to learn that part. Like, they gonna listen to you, and if you say their hair is growing, they gonna believe you. If you say they need a protein treatment, they gonna believe you, right?
Because you're the professional.
You're supposed to be the professional. You're supposed to be educated. And I got somebody on Facebook trying to tell me I'm uneducated because I'm telling us we don't need conditioner, because I'm telling us you don't need to use heat protectant, and I use a Marcel iron and don't use heat protectant. So if you're using heat protectant with a plug up, we really need to talk. You know what I'm saying? Back to the origin, because my YouTube tribe, they know I go off. Anyway, why I got certain clients growing and certain other clients keep coming in with these holes in their heads, and that was irritating me, and I definitely was afraid to speak this to my clients, but I was definitely noticing it. So I went and got help. I'm forever hiring somebody to help me get to my next level. I'm not afraid to invest into me and my knowledge bank, you know. There's a lot of women behind the chair that refuse to learn something new. They're like, I'm good. Okay, good. That's a choice. But anyway, I went and hired Miss Lori of Ohio and Columbus, Ohio. Older woman, mind you, who helped me to pinpoint what was going on here in Denver. And I was shook to my core, because I would have never thought to look at this information. So she said, Tanya, because she said, give me the names of the clients that you say you know are getting longer and longer and longer. I was like, all right, here. And she was like, all right, now give me the names of the clients that you know keep coming in with holes in their heads and hair loss and lack of edges. Here you go. And at this point, I'm already seasoned enough to be taking photos of every single client. So I got the photos. You feel me? That was simple. She was like, all right, I'll get back to you. All right, so she comes back to me. And she said, Tanya, you're going to be surprised at this, which I was. She said, but these clients here that are growing and getting longer, oh, these are the ones that's booking with you every 2 weeks. And I was like, I do got some weird older women, because they used to get on my nerves when a client would come in and be like, oh, I need to be seen every 2 weeks. I'd be like, why? Beauty school taught me every 4 to 6 weeks, or you can go like months before coming back. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, why are these women so darn weird, is what I would call it. Well, everybody, they're the ideal clients of the industry when they come to you telling you they want to be seen every week, or come to you telling you they want to be seen every 2 weeks. That's an ideal client. All right, so listen. I'm confused because this is new information and knowledge that I didn't even come up with on my own. So she then went into showing and proving that all the clients that I told her was losing their hair, these were the clients that were not coming in every 2 weeks. That hit hard, because it was like, wait, so that matters? I thought that clients can just do whatever they want to do and book whenever they want to book and get hair growth results. No. Or healthy hair that flows and stays manageable, whether it's poofy or not. You should be able to put your fingers through it, and your fingers should not get caught. If your fingers is getting caught, that's not healthy hair. You got a struggle going on. You feel me? I'm in Denver, y'all. Denver, Colorado. You can Google Tanya Does Hair, LLC. I'm a real business. Any real business has a Google listing. It's free to get one too. It don't even cost. So every business that has a brick and mortar, even if it just has an address, you should have a Google listing, y'all. So anybody can Google me. Tanya Does Hair, LLC in Denver. You'll see that I'm not a salon. I am a private hair replacement service. I'm proud of the fact that I'm no longer listed as a salon, and that I attract individuals that are looking for healthier hair than what they already have. They're looking for scalp care, definitely looking for scalp care. And they're looking for education, because these ladies know with every session, they're constantly subjected to ongoing education. I get on them about the water that they drink. I get on them about their lifestyles. She got a fan in her hand. Most people ain't concerned about your level of coolness and comfortability in the chair, but I am. That's why I'm so different and why I decided to get out of styling, because I just wanted to do more for my clients. But back to these ones that was not booking every 2 weeks. I mean, all for all showed what's called a seesaw effect. They come in and look all right, then they come back and you got a new hole. Then you come back in, you kind of look all right, but then this other hole's over here on this side. It was this weird seesaw effect. But then these older chicks that was here every 2 weeks just getting longer and 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 longer. Like, so, Miss Lori and my clients are the ones that created the holistic hair and scalp restoration program for me. That does cost $185 a session because you're getting both your scalp and your hair done. There are some individuals in the world just charging $175 for a chemical treatment and you ain't getting nothing done to your scalp and your ends. That's what's up for you as a client if you're that kind of client. Remember, mindset is what I wanted to get on here and talk about. That's important about who you are from behind the chair, how you position yourself, how you appear, what type of services you're offering, what your goal is behind the chair, because you might want to run everybody off for weeks upon weeks at a time. That ain't me. I want to retain my clients and I want to see mine every 14 days. That just only makes sense both ways. Therefore, the client don't have to do their hair. They can, she's manageable. Even though she's poofy, she's manageable. That ain't never been the case even when we had relaxers, y'all, especially this protein and keratin. So back to the origin. I had to realize here in Denver, anyway, that there is this small community, because it ain't a bunch of people, mind you. I don't have, we're not of the majority, we're of the minority that cares about our hair, that's not afraid to spend $100+ per session to be cared for. I mean, let's be clear. How much we pay for our lashes? Isn't that like $100 and something to just have some lashes? I mean, I didn't say to have some lashes added on. Are we not paying in upwards of $120 for our manis and petties now? Yeah. Why do we think hair care is affordable? Should be cheap and affordable. So at any rate, Miss Lori and those older clients in my chair, shout out to Miss Linda, shout out to Miss Francis, shout out to Miss Yvette. These women have been in my chair for over 10 years and have always booked every 2 weeks, y'all. Always. Now, certain mindsets would be like, "What? That's stupid." Okay, that's what's up. Again, mindset is everything, and we're Americans. We can do what we want to do. Ain't nobody gonna take you to jail. You do not have to care about your hair. That's on you. That's on you. And those that stand from behind the chair, that's on you to keep offering hairstyles, things that's gonna inspire the client to ignore their head. Just like there's some people that go into the business of selling grills. You know what I'm saying? Those people clearly don't care about the overall health of your teeth if they pushing and inspiring you to cover it up with a grill. You have a choice to sell the grills, or you can go and become a dental assistant and inspire people to properly care for their mouths, right? I decided to take that position here for my community, and I'm blowing up. I'm the only one in here. Today's Friday, and I'm the only one in here today doing hair. Like, hello, hello, hello. We can't hear nothing this morning in here. That's because I offer hair care, not another hairstyle or another chemical service or another extension. So shout out to my older clients for exposing the formula for really any climate, because my holistic approach is helping women all across the United States. I sell my product nationally. It's much bigger than just Denver, Colorado. In fact, I have more customers that live in humidity than I do here in my own hometown, which is crazy. Listen, client,
Mm-hmm.
I've had quite a few clients come to me, and the costs be pinching their budgets. So they assume that they can then go leave, take my product, and go take it to another stylist.
Mm-mm.
And what's crazy, and I'm not gonna say her name because she may be on here watching me because they all follow me. She told her, you don't need that. Told her she needed protein. And she thought my client, I guess, had not been educated about what's in protein and what it does to black hair, especially here in a dry climate. It's gonna make you brittle, crunchy, crunchy.
Breaky.
Man, you might put some protein on weave, but you don't put protein on black hair. Maybe white hair, but not black hair. And this is what's crazy. Most professionals that holler, yes, you do. You ain't did the research, and you have not talked to your clients to ask what has happened to their hair after they leave you.
Right.
Everybody looks good on the day of service.
Yep.
But what's most important to clients nowadays, especially those that are willing to spend, there's women that are, I just talked to a woman, she's making $3,000 a service for some tips, some extensions that she's doing. I said, are there really individuals paying that much? And she was like, yes, she's down in Houston. Whoa. I thought about it for a minute. Maybe I should do some cake tips. But then I was like, no, because that's going to keep her from doing her scalp. She sure can't brush her scalp with some cake tips in. So remember, mindset is everything. Even though I could make $3,000 a watt, I'm not doing that. Too old. I'm 50, remember? Now, if I was in my 20s or 30s, yeah, I'd probably be ordering up K-tips left and right. You know what I'm saying? But I too now have the mindset to care. I no longer want a hairstyle because I was unable to not just retain a client better, I was struggling to get them to come back. I was doing things that so many others were doing that it was difficult to retain the client to come back to me. And when you stand from behind the chair like myself, and I don't have a job, I ain't got no husband or a second income period at the house, it's all me by myself, you're going to struggle. So the ideal client here in Denver is that woman who wants some scalp care. She wants her scalp scratched, y'all. I mean, client, talk to them.
Yes. It feels so good getting my scalp scratched.
Because they think we're crazy in here.
No.
They said, let me tell you what some of the stylists here in Denver said to my face. They said, oh, Tanya, you doing too much.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm doing more than what beauty school licensed me to do. Then another stylist told me to my face, she was like, you got your clients spoiled.
Wow.
That's what I said. You should have seen my face. I looked at her like she had farted because I'm like, isn't that what we're supposed to do from behind the chair?
Right.
So then I realized, see, I'm different. Oh, I'm real different. And I'm glad that I spoke to these other stylists because now I understand the mindsets. Then I talked to another young lady that I tried to inspire to train. You know what she told me? Oh, I'm going to just rock with my trichology knowledge.
Oh, okay.
Your trichology knowledge did not teach you how to get the buildup off the scalp. It only taught you how to show the client what she got and then try to distract her by talking to her about her diet. It's not about her diet. It's all about her sweating and how often she's sweating and whether or not it's being lifted and exfoliated properly with a comb. So I then had to understand I am different.
Yeah.
And I'm proud to be different. I'm in high demand right now. I got a wait list for people waiting to join my program to pay me $185 a session. I promise you. I got people flying in. I just had a young lady fly up from Houston to book with me because clients are changing. I'm just letting y'all know. Clients are not dumb anymore. Clients are already realizing that a cut is not allowing me to retain my length.
That's right.
I would love a trim that does not remove inches behind my back. But I'll say that again. On this here Facebook, I got millions. I'm up to over 4 million views on my content over on Facebook every single month now of individuals. I had to do the research. These are young girls on Facebook that are like, oh my God, it needs to be even. Just chop that mess. You don't know what you're doing. You're making her scalp worse. Oh, sweetie, you still doing what beauty school taught you to do. Don't mind me. I've decided to go beyond beauty school. I take my clients beyond dermatology. I take my clients far and beyond trichology, which is why I'm proud to admit I'm the only brown skinned woman in the world, not just here in little old Denver, Colorado, the world.
The world, Craig?
Yeah, I can't find nobody doing what I do the way I do it on the level I do it on. If I can find somebody to scratch the scalp, then she don't know how to use a Marcel. If she know how to use a Marcel, she's scared to get at the scalp. I can't. If I do, I can't find nobody well-rounded like I am. So it's cool. I'm grateful to God. I'll take the favor.
Amen.
Yes, because clients are coming back. They're starting to admit, Tanya, I tried it elsewhere, and my hair just did not feel the same. And now I realize that that mindset, again, it's not of the majority. It's the minority of mindsets here in Denver. Most adult women here would rather braid their hair or rock an extension.
I'm good.
I'm good too. My client just said, I'm good. But we're at an age where we're caring about our money we're spending, if it makes sense. We're tired of, doing what we did in our 20s, 30s, and 40s. I mean, it's called the circle of life. And I now realize that those are the ideal individuals of the industry. Amen. Amen.
I like touching my scalp with my fingers. Not a pencil, not a pen, because it's in braids or it's
I'm going to be clear.
an extension.
So
I can't do it.
I like how my hair moves. My hair has never blown in the wind. My hair also used to shed a lot. And this is something that I would have never admitted. I would have never got on no public platform and been like, I got 1,500 strands in the shower every time I wash my hair. I thought that was normal.
Yeah, no.
All the hair in the combs and all that hair in the brushes that you be pulling out, that's all hair loss and it's not normal. And I would have never thought my hair wasn't soft. I'd call my hair soft. I'm an Indian woman. I ain't never had African American hair. But now it's so much softer. I thought my hair was full. It's fuller. I thought my hair was healthy. It's healthier. You feel me? I'm going to put the ER into your life. Fooling with me. I tell a lot of clients, be careful fooling with me. Don't come testing nothing over here because you're going to trip and fall right into my standing, my program, because my service is impeccable. I do 5 a day and everybody gets started on time. Everybody. Don't nobody be out in my parking lot waiting or in the lobby waiting. That there alone puts value to the service. So back to the origin. Look down a little bit more. There you go. I had to search for the ideal clients of my community, which is Denver, Colorado. And here's another thing too. Majority of my clientele base is not from Denver. The majority of my clientele base are new to Denver. They are coming from the humid climates. And once you move to Colorado, honey, people don't do climate research like I do. So I don't think these women have an increment of an idea of how dry this air is here once you choose to cross over into my state. So your keratins and your proteins and your all of that stuff is going to cause your hair to struggle here. It's not going to feel the same. You see, people that are from Denver are used to their hair feeling brittle. Only people not from here are not okay with that. They're used to their hair being soft and moist. So I'm hearing when they go to my Google page, they say I have amazing photos that demonstrate the quality that I give in here. And they say all the time, like, Tanya, your photos is like top tier. Like, you won. I just had a new woman tell me that the other day. She was like, I did my research. I've talked to 5 other stylists in Denver. She was like, and you won. I think it was hurting because she was like, I don't know who you are, but based on what you offer and what you do and what I'm looking for, she was like, you're it. That's exactly how she said it. So that's my why, y'all. So why I wear scrubs and I don't wear my street clothes anymore. Why I'm in a private room where nobody can see in and nobody can see out. That bothers most stylists. Most stylists got to be seen. They want to be seen. That ain't me. That ain't me. I'm all about my business. I'm very serious about their overall hair. I care about their hair more than they care about their own hair. That's facts. Go ahead, yo. That's facts.
That's right.
That's what women are looking for.
That's right.
Women are looking for someone to do more than what beauty school taught us to do. Women clients are looking for someone to use something different than what beauty school taught us to use. Women clients are. I mean, there's a lot of clients that, yes, are going to always like a shortcut, are always going to want a different hair color. We better be lucky and grateful for those individuals because they really do keep the industry going, honey. But I know us 50 plus, she's 50 plus too, we're done with all that. We're done with not caring and having that oh well mindset when it comes to our hair. So that's my why now to shifting the way I have. I didn't do this because I wanted to. I didn't wake up one day and say, oh, I'm gonna use a water instead of conditioner. That's not how this all went. I pay attention and I'm not afraid to change. There's so many individuals that are terrified of change. I'm not scared to change. Let's try it. All I'm gonna do is determine if I like it or not, and if I don't like it, I'm gonna shake it, and if I love it, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna rock with it. It's that easy. And that's how you elevate in just not just from behind the chair, but in life, period.
Right.
Cannot be afraid to change and try something different. Yeah. And I tell most people, I don't be on these social media networks trying to sell my product. I ain't never posted, well, I do now. Let me correct myself. But I'm never like, book with me. Will y'all book with me? I'm overbooked. Can't get the clients in that want to book with me currently, sure. And it's crazy because the wait list, sometimes I can't even accommodate it.
Right.
I got so many girls that'll get on the wait list for Saturday. My Saturday girls do not play. They ain't canceling. Mm-mm. So some people be like, well, Tanya, are you open on Saturdays? Yes, every Saturday. I just ain't got no openings because I got 5 standings every single Saturday of the month that come in consistently. The only time you going to get a Saturday with me is if one of them is out of town or something. Facts.
Crazy.
Facts.
Yeah.
Same thing with Fridays. You're on Fridays. I have 5 of you ladies that book the next Friday next week. Mm-hmm. There's 5 ladies. There's a 9 a.m. at Friday. I've learned how to consistently retain clients. I know how to lick that ass. And that's facts too. So many women from behind the chair got a bad attitude. And that stops you from elevating because you got to lick that ass. You got to make them feel beautiful. I be rubbing my clients. I hug my clients. I walk them. I escort every single one to, and I don't just be shooing my clients to the front door. No. I'm an escort mine. My clients don't touch doorknobs in here. She can tell you. The only time they touch a doorknob is when they choose to enter this building without my presence at that front lobby. Yeah. Otherwise, I tell them, let me get that for you. Don't you think a woman loves to be catered to like that instead of having to book with a woman with an attitude over her head or talking on the phone?
That part.
I don't do that either. No. I ignore my phone calls with my clients. So this is how you attract high-end clients.
That makes sense.
Man, I've made so much sense, it's ridiculous. I've mastered my craft.
Your sense turns into dollars.
Oh, yeah. And I'ma always get the money. That's been simple for me in my life. That's why I got in so much trouble when I was younger. That's how I ended up in the feds for selling dope. Because I loved that money and I was getting it too. But I got indicted. So I was like, okay,
Not for me.
Don't want to sell drugs no more. I didn't like jail, especially the feds. That was a little different. Real different. They had me all secluded. I didn't get to go to no general population like I did when I was in the county. Like, I didn't like that feds. They tried to label me a flight risk, gave me a $50,000 bond. Like, all I did was sell some crack. Dang, y'all treat me like I killed somebody.
That's crazy.
Then they was like, you sold over 900 grams, Miss Tanya. Like, dang, y'all just sat back and watched me do all that wrong all that time. Anyway, money, money, money. The money is not difficult to make if you position yourself as a care professional. I got people thinking I'm a doctor now, especially white people. I love it. I love it. Oh, I love the attention. I do. Because wasn't nobody saying nothing to me when I was wearing a kitchen apron and my street clothes. Now people be stopping me like, what do you do? People just ask, hi, what do you do? They think, are you a nurse? No. I love saying that. No, I'm a hair and scalp restoration practitioner. Alrighty, so I got to get on with the service, get her out of here on time. Thanks, y'all, for listening and watching. It's been another live of me explaining my why. I'm going over to the ball bank. Getting others to just understand that I've done the research for my community and for my mindset for what I want to do with my brand and my business and my time. I don't want to style no more. I want to hair care, and I want to do it on a holistic level. This has me averaging $10,000 a month. And if there's a stylist out there that's ready to hang up her apron and you ready to level up and start wearing scrubs, get at me. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole training program designed and ready for you. It's not cheap. Neither is beauty school, right? Right. So this is later. How's
That's
your
right. That was good.